What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I'm your host, Marissa Tonge, and today we're getting cozy. I am recording this episode straight from my living room. I have been recording episodes like outside of the home, which have been nice because my dog's not bothering me. He's not in the background playing with toys. I don't know if you guys can hear. Hopefully not. Hopefully you guys don't hear him playing with toys or barking because I'm going to have to stop this podcast. But what's up, you guys? We have 2 weeks left of the month. We're in the home stretch. We're in the home stretch of 2023. I know a lot of y'all are very excited for the new year. I'm very excited for the new year, but I'm also still in like this season of gratitude, just like reflecting and taking in all the things that have happened this year and all the good, all the bad, all the lessons. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the new year. But today I wanted to talk about the holiday season and some feelings that might come up for us right now, like feelings of guilt, maybe with like falling off routines or not eating as clean as we normally would because we're tempted with like all these holiday treats and desserts, and your coworker keeps bringing freaking donuts to the office, right? And you're trying to keep yourself on track, but it's been hard. I get it. Okay. It's a lot of like holiday parties. I'm throwing a holiday party. Not really throwing, honestly. I'm not throwing it. We're doing karaoke. But for my people, who come take my class, we're doing that on Saturday. And I know there's gonna be drinking and eating and all that. And that's what comes along with the holidays. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't celebrate the holidays. I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, if you guys don't know, or now you know, but my parents both, they still are in that religion. I've chosen to not continue in that religion. However, if you guys have been listening to the podcast, you know that I have a spiritual practice. I do believe in God, okay? So I'm not an atheist. But yeah, I mean, I think everyone's entitled to their own beliefs and their own relationship with God and their own spirituality. That's a whole nother podcast episode that we could, talk about. And we will talk about that. I actually was in between today the topic of like spirituality and success versus what we're going to talk about today. So you guys definitely will be getting that episode coming to you. But I felt more called just with the times right now. Like we are on the verge of Christmas. Like Christmas is literally like this weekend. So I know we probably have a lot going on. We're busy, we're buying gifts, we're running around, but it might also just be that time where like we are not on our regular routines. Like maybe we're eating more, right? We're drinking more. I'm going to say alcohol. We're drinking more alcohol. We are indulging in more sweets. Maybe because we're spending more time like partying and socializing and doing all that, like we're neglecting our sleep. So we're not getting as much sleep, or we just feel like we're in that kind of like lazy waiting period. Like that's what I like to call the last 2 weeks of the year. Like it's like a lazy waiting period. And I'm not saying that everybody's lazy, not saying that everybody's on the same wave, but it's just very common for most people to like fall off, like stop going to the gym. It's like, oh, you know what, we're about to hit a new year. I'm gonna just wait till January 1st. Like I'm gonna just do that. But we talked about in a previous episode, we're not doing that, sis. Okay. We're not waiting until January 1st. Okay. But I do want to talk about just like the guilt. And what happens is when we start feeling really guilty or we start feeling bad about missing the gym, okay, maybe we missed it 2 days this week. If you're someone that goes, let's say you go to the gym 4 days a week, okay, and this week, because of holiday parties or whatever the case, you happen to only go twice, right? Or let's say you don't go at all, you just skip a whole week, okay? This is something that happens in life as adults. Routines change, things change based on life circumstances. And we can't get down on ourselves about it. We can't be hard on ourselves about it, because what happens is when we start being super hard on ourselves and guilty and we're the victim, and it's like, oh, damn, like, I already missed this amount of days. Like, I don't know. You don't know what? Get back up. Get your ass up. Okay? That's it. Like we got to stop holding ourselves back and living in the past, okay? This is really the message here. We have to stop living in the past. Things that we've done that we feel bad about, or we know wasn't good for us, or we feel like shit about the next day. Okay, whatever. The other day I went to Wendy's. I go to Wendy's. I've talked about this in my podcast, like every now and then, like maybe like once or twice a month, I will allow myself to get some chicken nuggets and some fries, okay? Because I'm a big fries girly. Like I love freaking fries. Like that's one thing that, damn, I don't know if I could ever give up fries, but yeah, like, and guess what? I didn't feel bad about it. Like, and even if I did, I was like, oh, damn, I guess it's a fast food day. Like, it's Wendy's day. I was on the go, like driving to Pennsylvania. And today I'm like, I'm not sitting here like, damn, I'm so freaking fat, or I'm so freaking upset with myself because I had Wendy's. You had Wendy's, you move on. Today I'm eating healthy. Okay? That's balance, and it's life, and we can't get stuck, and we can't allow ourselves to just keep repeating, right? Repeating in our mind something that we did wrong, because it's only like wasting energy. You're wasting energy that could be put into you doing things better, or taking the right steps, or changing your routine, or cooking something, or going to the store to buy something that's healthier, right? Like, who cares? We cannot change what has happened in the past. All we can do is move on. So if you're in that phase right now of missing the gym, not eating healthy, eating too many cookies and holiday cookies and snacks and all that, like, who freaking cares, right? And then this other thing that we have in our head sometimes is like that other people are judging us. How are other people going to know what you're doing wrong unless you're telling them, right? I just told you guys that I went to Wendy's. Otherwise, I'm sure a lot of you guys are just thinking like, oh, she eats super healthy every single day. That's not true. I'm not going to lie. And hence the name of the podcast. Let's just be real. Like, I do not eat healthy 7 days out the week. I do not. I try to do my best, okay? And that's all that we can do. All we can do is our best. I wrote that down in my journal this morning as one of my intentions for the day. I'm like, I just want to do my best. Like, that's all you can ask of yourself every single day, just to try your best. And the effort is so much, it's just it means so much more than the outcome, right? Like, at least I put the effort in. At least I went to the gym for 30 minutes, right? Like, so okay, I didn't go to the gym for an hour. I didn't have time. I was late to the gym. I said I wanted to go at 6 o'clock. I got there at 6:30. I spent 30 minutes at the gym. You still made it to the gym, sis. Give yourself that credit. You still showed up. Okay. Okay. So what? You ate healthy 3 out of 7 days this week. You ate healthy. Okay. Give yourself credit where it's due. Do not get stuck in this victim mentality. And, because you feel like you lost control, because you feel like you don't have self control, you start blaming all these outside factors. We're not doing that. Okay. We take accountability and we move on. Accountability is a big thing. And that ties directly into self awareness. How self-aware are you that you're doing these things? And notice when it is becoming a pattern, right? Like, I think we do have to have that self-awareness to be like, okay, I ate at Wendy's last week 3 times. That's not normally like what I do. Like, something is off here, and I don't want to make this a pattern. So this is where it starts getting messy and tricky, right? When things that we don't really want to do, or things that we know aren't good for us, start becoming habits and patterns. That's where the issue is. So that's where we could be like, okay, girl, let's have a little pep talk with ourselves. Or you can get an accountability partner. You can have a friend. You can have someone to call you out and be like, yo, girl, like, what's up with you? What's up with you? Like, you said you were going to meet me at the gym last week 3 times. You only showed up once. Like, get someone to hold you accountable. Get a friend. Get someone who's going to be honest with you. Someone who has your best interest at heart. Someone who actually cares about your well-being. Someone who actually is going to hold you to the standard that you want to hold yourself. Tell someone what your goals are. And it doesn't have to be everyone. You don't have to get on Instagram and announce, I'm going vegan, and then you end up posting a picture of some damn chicken 2 weeks later. You didn't have to do that, sis. Okay, just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. It's all right. We're not judging. All right, it's okay. People slip up. We all slip up. That's really like the lesson here. People slip up. We are human. We make mistakes. Sometimes we we don't hold ourselves to the standard that we want to. It's life. Get up, move on, do better tomorrow. What I also want to talk briefly about while we're on the topic of social media is not allowing social media to validate you, or not getting so wrapped up in the likes and the comments and the views and the engagement. I think most of us, especially as creators or entrepreneurs or people who use social media as a tool, I think we can all agree that Instagram's been kind of weird the last couple months. Like, likes have been down, views have been down. I think, I don't know. I don't follow like the algorithm and stuff, and I know like I should, be more educated, and I try when I can. I take the time, I go on YouTube and I follow certain creators who can break down these things and explain the algorithm and what you should be posting and when and all that. But I don't have time for all that. Okay. I run a dance and fitness business. So a lot of my time is spent actually being active and engaging with my clients and my customers. And then I also have this, which I love doing. I love potting. And I also have to edit and produce my episodes. So I don't have a lot of time to sit there and like try to figure out, why did I only get 50 likes on a post that I thought was going to go viral? That's out of my control. Okay, that's out of my control. There's nothing I could do about it. And I think when we get so wrapped up or so stuck on this idea that your likes equal your value and your engagement equals your value, and that when you're not performing well on social media, it's a reflection of like who you are and what you're offering and how people like you, and just it's all bullshit. Like it's all bullshit. Excuse my French, okay? But we have to become so secure in ourselves and so confident, and also just not take social media so serious. It's not that serious. It's really not, okay? And depending on what you're using it for, if you're someone who's just, tuned into my pod, and you're someone who uses social media more for the social aspect, right? Just to connect with friends or family, or just to kind of like post little things about your life. You're doing it for fun, right? I think if you're not doing it for business and for networking, or you're not using it as a specific tool, it should be fun. Like, I don't see any other alternative than it just being fun. And I think even as a creator and as an entrepreneur, it should still be fun. Right. Like, I was talking to my girl about potting, and I'm like asking her, I was like, are you having fun with it? And she was like, yeah, hell yeah. And I feel the same way. Like, you have to enjoy what you're doing, and you have to always come back to like your why. Why am I posting? Why am I even on this app? Why do I care so much about what people think about me? Right? Like, we have to learn how to validate ourselves. And I definitely want to make a separate video about this, because you guys know I'm a confidence coach. And with my clients, we talk a lot about like being able to validate yourself. And a lot of the times, like, we're looking for that outside source of validation because we don't feel like we're enough, or we feel like we need other people to hype us up, or to give us compliments, or to accept us, right? Like, we need to learn how to accept ourselves, how to love ourselves. And I definitely kind of want to go into like the new year with like a self-care, self-love, confident, girly series. Like, if you guys are feeling that, drop a comment, let me know. If you guys are listening on audio, let me know. I think I'm going to put a poll up and kind of just ask you guys, like, would you be interested in kind of like a series on how to love yourself, how to truly love yourself, things that we could be doing, steps that we could be taking, affirmations that we can incorporate into our lives to help us build our confidence, because that's really key, honestly. And I think when we're lacking confidence and we're looking for outside validation, it lowers our value. And it holds us back, right? Because think about it, if you don't believe in yourself and you don't think that anybody else believes in yourself, then what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, who's going to believe in you if you don't? And you could look for people to believe in you. You could look for people to hype you up and to give you motivation. And you could go on Instagram every day and you could listen to that podcast every day to give yourself motivation. But if you can't provide that for yourself, if you can't lift yourself up out of dark places, if you can't talk to yourself nicely, you can't appreciate the things that you do, the work that you put in, the work that you're putting in, right? Like, be proud of the content that you put out. Like, for me, regardless of the likes and all that, and I really have had to reframe my relationship with social media. There's actually a pod episode where we talked about that, reframing your relationship with social media. That was part of our self-care series. But even with that, like I've learned to kind of just stop caring. And I know this sounds horrible, but like I be posting and ghosting. I post and ghost. Like I don't got time to sit here and wait for the likes to come through and the comments to come through. Like, first of all, responding to comments, like, it's great. I love when you guys comment on my stuff, and I really, trust me, I really, really love and appreciate it. But it could be time consuming just to respond, and I'm always going to respond. Like, that's just the type of person that I am. It's not even about engagement. I want to allow people to know that, like, I see you, I see and I appreciate you taking the time to leave a comment, because I know it can be, time consuming to be on social media, but I always want to respond. But regardless of that, like, sometimes I just have to post and ghost, because it doesn't matter. I posted it because I wanted to. I posted it because I knew it was going to give some type of value to someone. I posted it because I'm proud of the content that I'm putting out. I'm not posting for you guys to love and accept what I'm doing. I love and accept what I'm doing. So why should I care if anybody else loves or accepts what I'm doing, or loves and accepts me? I love and I accept myself. That's an affirmation for you right now. I love and I accept myself every single day. I love and accept myself no matter what stage of my life that I'm in. I love and accept myself regardless if I'm having a really good week. I love and accept myself even though I didn't eat healthy today. Even though I had that Wendy's on Saturday, I still love and accept myself. So I encourage you guys to love and accept yourself, okay? Don't take social media so serious. It's not that serious. Have fun with it. Enjoy life, right? And really quickly, I was just thinking about this, like, going back to like manifestation. I know we didn't talk about this in this episode, but I was like thinking about it before I started this episode. But when we are manifesting and we're asking for things from the universe, and we're wanting to call things in, we first have to love and accept where we currently are. And that's what gratitude is. We have to be accepting and happy with what we currently have, because if you're not, why would God give you more? If you're someone that's unappreciative or ungrateful, why would you get more? And I'm sure that's a lesson that most of us have learned or had learned at a young age. Like, my parents, they wanted me to be grateful, right? It's like, being ungrateful, I think that's one of the most unattractive qualities that you can have as a person, and especially as an adult, because it's like, come on now, like, you know better. Like, appreciate the people in your life, appreciate the things that you have, appreciate yourself, give kudos to yourself, thank yourself for the work that you put in every single day, because life is not easy. Life can be really, really challenging. So give yourself credit where it's due. And one way that we can really work on a relationship with ourselves and to get better at just loving, accepting ourselves, and giving ourselves love is by journaling. So I wanted to show you guys officially my self-care guide and wellness journal. I know some of you guys have already ordered it or you've seen it online, but this is what it looks like in person. This is the forest green soft touch spiral. It's a vibe. I love this journal so much. I've been using it myself and I've gotten so much good feedback. So thank you guys. First of all, thank you for the support. For real, for real. Like, it took me a whole year to put this journal together and to create it and to just make sure that it was perfect and it was exactly what I wanted it to be. And it is, because I'm using it and I'm like, yes. Like, I don't even feel like some days that I created this journal. Like, I'm like, who made this? Like, this is crazy. But it also comes in a soft touch powder blue hardcover copy. I don't have a copy of that one here with me. I just sold the last one that I had on hand, but this one is very popular just because it's a spiral and you can kind of, flip it. If you're watching on YouTube, you can get the visual, but if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, you guys can head on over to my YouTube channel if you want to take a look at the journal. But yeah, it's available on my website, realrhythmdanceandfitness.com. It'll also be up on Etsy and TikTok shop pretty soon. I've just been like taking my time with that, but you guys can buy it directly from my personal website, my business website. So hope you guys enjoy. It's also a great gift for friends and family. So if you care about your friends' well-being and you're looking to elevate with the people in your life, then cop this journal. Okay. We are taking care of ourselves and elevating all 2024, baby. But yeah, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning into another one. Thank you for being here in my living room. I'm so proud of my dog because he's been so well behaved, but also like he was not feeling well yesterday. I got my dog really quickly. I got my dog a puppuccino from Starbucks. I actually didn't go there for him, but they just asked me. They're like, "Oh, do you want to give him like some whipped cream?" So I'm like, "Sure." He's had them in the past, but I think yesterday like he just ate a lot of different things. We were in Pennsylvania visiting my friend and like he was eating my friend's dog's food, and so I think his tummy was just super upset. So yesterday when I came back home from work, there was freaking throw up everywhere. I'm like, "Yo, this is not the wave, okay? I'm tired. I want to go to bed." So he was really sick last night. I tried giving him like rice. He threw that up. So he's a little lethargic today, but he still was like playing with his toys. So he's feeling better. Happy to report that, my little Milo. And yeah, I hope you guys are also taking care of your animals, take care of your pets. They are precious beings. So take care of them, show them love, and show gratitude for your pets as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple, make sure you guys are following the podcast. You can rate and review if you've been enjoying the episodes. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment, let me know what you want me to talk about, some topics, that you're feeling for 2024. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.